downtown Seattle tonight. Here's what we know. Since then, we have seen widespread looting. 200 members of the Washington National Guard have been called up to come into Seattle. 75 have been deployed to Seattle tonight. The other 100.
I am also taking swift and decisive action to protect our great capital, Washington, D.C. What happened in the city last night was a total disgrace. As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property.
Hello everyone. Hey, Alfred Johnson coming at you again. Listen, I am hugely excited to be sharing everything with you. Man, I'm telling you, the responses are beautiful. Good stuff, everyone. Hey, listen, but you want to continue to hear, continue to listen, continue to pass it on. Share, 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 like and share, like and share. Don't be afraid either. Our nation is counting on you being bold. Don't you be afraid to stand for the right. Don't be afraid to stand for what is right. This is our chance now. Abraham Lincoln had his time, Washington and them had their time, and they all risked their lives for the sake of the country. This is our time now. Don't you back down. Don't you be afraid. Let's support this president because we're watching amazing success occur under his watch. I have some more good news to report to you of what's been going on under President Trump. Now listen, y'all, the stuff that I'm giving you is just factual. It is the policies, it is the laws that have been signed in, either by executive order or by laws that passed by Congress. Okay, or he's pushing agendas altogether. Folks, this stuff is very real. Okay, I'm just going to give you a few more. There's actually a bunch more I could be reading, but wow. How about this one right here? Record number of regulations eliminated that hurt small businesses. He eliminated particular regulations, and so the government has all kinds of laws about where you can start a business, how long it takes for a road to be developed that could help to stimulate the movement and therefore the economy. All kinds of regulations and things like this that the government itself was creating that was hindering small businesses from doing their thing. Trump comes, removes those regulations. The small businesses and larger businesses are able to flourish. They're able to grow. They hire more people. Boom, the economy reaches a strength that it has never witnessed in the history of the United States of America. This happened under Trump, our president. What are you going to do about that? Okay. How about this one? He signed welfare reform requiring able-bodied adults who don't have children to work or look for work if they're on welfare. Yeah, this ensures that our men, especially our men, who are able to work, that they get to work. There's dignity in work. There's honor in work. There's maturity in work. You learn how to cooperate with your fellow man. You gain the respect of your children and of your community. You gain the respect of yourself. You start learning that you're accountable and things like that. All of these qualities are very good for the development of the human. And when that quality is diminished, it means trouble for our communities, especially when the men are unemployed, when the men are on welfare. We must engage the way we know we should. Even the females, you need to get off welfare as well and get to work. And you might say, well, I have all these children. Well, the thing about it is, if we don't get off welfare, all of our children are going to be following the same pattern. At some point, we're going to have to draw the line and say, you know what, we got to stop this. Okay, husband and wife and children. You might say that's old school. Well, that's too bad. We're watching our whole society literally collapse because of a messed up family system. It takes the two, the mom and the dad, to raise that child. And if the government programs of entitlement are discouraging marriage, then we need to revisit entitlement. Okay, so this is big stuff right here. But he signed that welfare reform. If you're a man and you're able to get to work, or a female, and you don't have children, you got to get to work. And believe me, it's going to work out for us. It's going to work out for us. That's beautiful, beautiful. Under Trump, the FDA, that is the Food and Drug Administration, approved more affordable generic drugs than ever before in history. So they're opening up the ability for generic drugs to be sold to the public. They approved more under the FDA. They made the process simpler and quicker to make certain that we're able to get drugs cheaper. And listen, that directly impacts our race. That directly impacts our people, both black and brown, but whites as well, but black and brown. We're able to get generic drugs, which means that we're able to spend less on drugs. We can spend more of our money on something else. I think your grandmother or your mom might be able to benefit from that. And that's what's happening right now. More generic drugs out, it lowers the price of drugs so that we can spend money on stuff that we want. Okay? Just that plain and simple. This was done under Trump, not Obama, not Trump. This is what happened under Trump. The FDA approves more affordable generic drugs than ever before in American history. Okay, folks, you got to pay attention. All right. How about these? I'm going to move on to oil production. Look at this. U.S. oil production recently reached all-time high so that we are less dependent on oil from the Middle East. I've already mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again. It means something because now we go to the pump, the oil prices are more managed because now we are the leader in oil production. Listen, China, pardon me, not China, but Russia and Saudi Arabia, they're not able to control things. Those other oil producing exporting countries, they don't control things. Now America is up there helping to regulate the prices, and that's why our gas prices have been moderately low compared to what they were under Obama. This is huge stuff, everybody. That happens when you have a true leader in the White House that looks to develop more energy sources, whether you're talking about fracking, whether you're talking about clean coal, whether you're talking about oil, whatever it is you're talking about. Our president has boosted those areas, which have made us leaders now in the world in terms of crude oil and natural gas and things of that sort. This is what our president has done. By the way, all of those come with jobs as well. Many of our people have gotten jobs in the oil industry and everything else, the energy department, because of what Trump has done. Folks, this is all huge, huge stuff. All right. Wow. Let's see what else we have. So the U.S. is a net natural gas exporter for the first time since 1957. This was before my lifetime. As a matter of fact, this is 12 years before I was born. America used to be the natural gas exporter in the world, but that was back in 1957. Well, we are now the leader, and we are now a net natural gas exporter. That is, we take care of our own, and we're able to sell it to others. Boom, for the first time since 1957. What do you think about that? That's huge. That's huge. And that affects every one of us because the more energy that there is, the less our electric bill is because it uses the energy to produce the electricity. So our electricity bill stays moderate, low to moderate. That's what we all want, everybody. Save on that electric bill, save on your gas bill, save on your, on your oil, all of that. You save on it because we are leaders in it now. That's just the way it is, everyone. It's called supply and demand. And now with America leading the way because of Trump, it means more money in your pocket. I think that says something that for the benefit of our people. Okay, huge stuff. Wow. How about this one? Let's change the subject. He has circuit court judge nominees being confirmed faster than any other new administration. So in the circuit courts, he makes certain to put conservatives in those positions. Now you might say, that doesn't help me to have conservative judges. Of course it helps you to have conservative judges. Because if you have conservative judges, anytime there's some kind of legal dispute or some kind of dispute between the Congress and the executives, both on the state and on the federal level, when they have to go to court, they pass through these. And if you have judges that are going to rule constitutionally, they're not going to get in the way of a pro-growth president like the United States, and things will be able to work properly like an engine, which means that more money is going to end up coming to you, your family, and to your children, various opportunities. Don't you want that kind of recurrent wealth and blessings to be coming upon you and upon your family? Come on, everybody does. But we have to vote correctly. Trump, Donald J. Trump. Now you make certain that you re-elect him because we need him. Matter of fact, we need him and maybe even a couple of his children after him to continue these policies. And then, of course, socially, we're going to need the church to get active. But nonetheless, as it concerns our chief executive, this is top. He's tops, and I'm very glad that he's there. He has placed in the Supreme Court Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh. These are two fabulous judges, and they rule based on law, based on Constitution, period, and by its original interpretation, what the founders were trying to say, not what we want them to have said. And that's the difference. You get those left-leaning judges, and they think they can just change the law because they're so wise. But when they do that, they undermine law, and they also weaken their own institution. Because if you're just going to be a regular old human beings trying to tell us what the law is, there's only 9 of y'all up there. You know that's not right. How long do you think 9 people are going to be able to hold your status against 350 million people or so in the country? Your strength lies in you sticking to the Constitution, making certain that you do your job as judges. Well, the president made certain to get those kind of Supreme Court justices in there, and this our dear lady Judge Amy, who's Barrett, who's been nominated, she's going to be confirmed, and she's going to be a good Supreme Court justice. These are going to be originalists, or whatever they call them, but they're going to be backing the Constitution as written. It's good stuff, folks. That means good things for our people. We need a stable America. That means good things for our race. What are you going to do about that? You're going to vote in somebody who's going to be putting in these folks that don't really care about our Constitution, or they believe they can just be twisted and maligned at will. They can just interpret it however they want in their infinite wisdom. Or you get people who highly respect the rule of law, and therefore they interpret our Constitution based on how it was written. Now, what do you want? An unstable society, an unstable government, or do you want a Supreme Court that helps to bring stability by ruling according to the law, period? All right? You have the opportunity to make the vote. Who do you want appointing Supreme Court justices? Somebody that believes in the Constitution, believes in liberty, believes in America, or somebody, you got these folks that are really trying to bring revolution to the United States, and it's hurting liberty. And I don't know why you'd want to go there, but that's where you'd go if you're voting for Biden. We need for you to vote for Trump. Come on, we only have a few more days to make certain that this happens, folks. I am so very excited to just be able to talk to you about this stuff. This stuff is very huge, and I count on you. Listen, the only reason I'm even talking to you is that I know that you analyze. I know that you think. I know. And that's why I am depending on you, and so are your fellow Americans, and so are your children and your children's children. That they're not even born yet. They're counting on you. They're counting on you to make the right choice right now. And don't be stoked to fear over what's going on out there right now. The only way that's going to be stopped is by firm, freedom-loving Americans putting a stop to it. All right? But we need you guys to go ahead and get out there and vote. Get out there and vote correctly. Donald J. Trump. Now, I also have to say again, when I'm speaking on these things right here, I don't represent any organization right now. I'm not representing any. I do represent the Christ, and and I don't have any apologies for that. But no, this is just Alfred Johnson coming and talking to you. You hear me? I love you. Hey, make certain that you share this with as many people as you can, even right now. Go ahead and share. Also comment if you will. Okay? I respect you and love you. God bless you.
I am also taking swift and decisive action to protect our great capital, Washington, D.C. What happened in this city last night was a total disgrace. As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property.